Welcome if you're a new subscriber. You're in the right place if you want to learn about resin and acrylic pouring and all things fluid. Anyway, it's leftover curing resin time. So I did a creation and... No, I want to talk. All right, have a nest. I did a creation. I had heaps of leftover resin, too much resin. I grabbed an unprimed board and this is what I made. This is how you can use your really sticky resin. Be brave, get it down. Yeah, let's go. I've got some leftover resin, so the leftover resin will work with nice and sticky. Here we go. This was the last bit of the clear. So I'm just getting it out because it's the most that I have. And it's not the yucky cups that don't measure well, but nonetheless, we're being careful. No, my board's not primed, but these boards tend to coat quite well as long as I get on with sealing the back of them once the front's sort of cured in a bit. And then I like to bring these boards, I mount them onto another board so it's got a frame, and then that's thick enough and it looks nice and finished. And maybe one day I'll get around to showing you those finished edges and those finished ways of doing board and tiles. So at the moment I'm just pulling this resin all over the board, and I want you to see how stretchy it is. See, it's right at the end of its, I guess, your classic working time. There's lots of us who like to work with it at this tacky level, and I'm one of them. I love it. I get some of my best abstracts this way. And it's getting really toffee-like now. My other colours I've hardly got any of, so that's why I'm really wanting to try and get the board covered the best I can, because even if the other colours come in as a bit of a feature, it'll be fine. Now, you know that I know, and you might be watching this going, but Maggie, why are you working so hard at that? Why aren't you getting your gun out and heating it up and making it thinner and helping yourself get across the substrate? Well, because I want to keep this resin thick and tacky for the next lot of resin to sit upon. So I know that I can thin it down, but I also know that if I make it too thin, my other colours are going to sink into underneath it, because this is quite a translucent colour, and I kind of want it to really hold itself in the background. So therefore I want to paint it on like it's a background, so that I have greater, I'm going to bring my finger down there now, so I have greater effects also, because it will be deeper. Alright, I think I'm just about at what I can do with this without getting too icky. Where are my colours? Alright, well, let's just pull this across the corners there and the edge there and down here, and you can see that's really nice and sticky now. And let's find some of the colours. I've got some gold, a little bit of white, some green, sparkle green, some teal, well, it's more aqua actually, a bit of magenta, some phthalo blue and some purple. So I'm going to straight away bring the phthalo here. Not sure why, just doing what I feel at this point. And I'm going to bring a line of it back down this way. And then maybe bring one more thin line of it up. And then I'm just going to let this blob here, like that. Got quite a bit there, getting it down. And I think from this point in the process I'll probably be nice and quiet. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so now I've got some beautiful metallic purple. I'm just going to run some lines through the sides. and I'm not worrying about the spermy look, you know, the heavy head, because I can change that. And I've decided for some reason or another that I'm going to follow that line that I'd put down with the phthalo blue, probably because working with lines, as if you haven't watched many of my videos, or if you have or whatever, you'll see that I like lines, a lot of lines. So I'm not sure what's going on with this flower head looking thing coming out of the purple and blue ground, but that just seems to be what's going on, so we may as well do another one there. And in a moment I'll scrape my, we better do a third, because remember, things look better in 3 and odd numbers. Alright, put that on the side and see if I can get any more out of it. I'm going to try and get the tiniest bit more of the scraping of the phthalo, just to have a presence to bring all the flowers, I guess, together. Doesn't matter if it's even or not, but just about having that regularity, irregularity within abstract. It's kind of an oxymoron, huh? Okay, so that's done, and I've got some of this really opaque teal or aqua, so we're just going to run a line of it down and see how it goes. Not really that crash hot on it, so I might just leave it for the time being. We've got some really beautiful, nice magenta. Just do a couple of little circles onto that flower head there, and bring a little bit down there. Flower head here, and really liking some of the sort of almost stained glass effect that the resin is starting to have now, and really thinking that in terms of heat, I don't even think I really want heat, because it's holding a really nice abstract-ish kind of feel to it, and I don't really want it to be changed. And that's one of the greatest things about working with your thick tacky resin, is that you can hold your effects more efficiently, and it's just so fun to play with. Once you get into it, you'll love it. So I've still got quite a few colours left. Alright, what's meant to be in that? Oh, that's a bit of white. Do I want any white anywhere? Let's run the white through the mint, and maybe a line of it there, and maybe a squiggle of it here. Let's see if we can blow that into some kind of cloudy thing. Right, and that's really going to be it for the white. Okay, goodbye white. Lots of gold, so let's go for it. Oh, love that stringiness, so nice. Wished I'd left a bit of the magenta to run over the top of the gold, having to think about what I can do to, though the gold is nice and heavy and sinking in. Bring that down here, and again just following organic lines. Bring it through the white, it's too much white there. Brighten up that little bit of phthalo, and I'm going to murk it through there so that it gets some depth and changes some of that gold into a green. And I might pull that over there, and that will change too. Alright, there's still quite a bit of the gold left. I'm going to put a line of it down in the hill that seems to have grown, and pathways to the hill, maybe a river. It's nice though. On pause. I do like it through the blue. And let's see if I can get a bit more of this magenta up to run on top of that gold. No, it's really kind of finished now. But just interrupting those lines. Okay. I've got some green. Nice metallic green. Put a line down for the stem representation. Don't like it though. I'm gonna have to blend a bit of gold into that. That's better. It's just too harsh on its own. Just really want to get that gold down, but alright, that'll do. This last bit of green down. And then I'll heat it a little bit, not much, but enough for things to get moving, and certainly enough to get these air bubbles out. And I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear me because the wind's carrying my sound away. Alright, first off is a torch. Pull that up for a second. Okay. It's an abstract garden today. I'm just pulling that to help it regain its line. It's got beautiful effects in it, but I do want it to have that line. And then that's it. I've got to stop because I like it, even though I'm really tempted to just twirl my flowers one more time, especially with some of the effects that are coming into them. Maybe I'll do this. course they all need a center now. Ew. It is the right way round. It's so glossy. But come on in and have a look at some of these gorgeous effects. Oh, it's so hard to capture for you, but it is so beautiful. Okay, so just another way to use your resin. Have fun!